Good morning, students. So, welcome to the chapter Oliver Finds Happiness, Part 1. So, let us discuss about the chapter. So, written it has here. Oh, please, Dr. Lawson, will you come upstairs and look at the poor creature? Rose begged. So, this line said by the Rose. So, Rose said to the Dr. Lawson. So, the name of the doctor is Lawson. So here, poor creature means that poor boy that laying on the bed. Now the doctor is saying, of course, said the doctor. Will you show me the way, Giles? So who is Giles in this story? Giles is a servant of Rose family. So Giles led the doctor to his patient. So here, patient means that the poor creature and that the poor boy. So Giles led. So story led means show the way. What? Show way. So the Giles servant showed the way to the doctor to his patient. The doctor was absent for a long time. A large flat box was fetched out of his carriage. So fetched out it means attached. A large flat box. Large means students. Large means here a big box and attached with the doctor. The bell in the bedroom was rung again and again. Yes, when Giles saw the way to the doctor to his patient. The doctor went to the patient upstairs, and in that room, the doctor started ringing the bell again and again. The servant went hurrying up and down the stairs. So means here the servant means the Giles. The servant name is students Giles. So Giles is coming down and going upstairs. At last the doctor came to the dining room to speak to the ladies. So here students, uh, in this story we have two ladies. One is Rose and another is this lady, Melly. So who is the owner of the house? Melly is the owner of the house. Okay students. So finally doctor came to the dining room to speak to the ladies. So ladies means one is Rose and another is Melly. Here. This is an extraordinary thing, Mrs. Melly, he said. So who said? The doctor said, this is an extraordinary thing. So extraordinary means something is different and something is not ordinary. Means serious. He is not in danger, I hope, the old lady said. So the old lady means here students, Mrs. Melly said, I think he is not in danger. No, he will be well again in a week or two, the doctor informed said. So now the doctor said to the ladies Melly that this poor creature means this boy will be cured within a week or in 2 weeks. Then he asked them, have you seen this thief? This line, it means I have already told you about the story. You just try to recall the story from the YouTube videos. So that now doctor is asking about the thief. Have you seen this thief? So here some picture. So this picture is belongs to the Lawson doctor, and this is the poor creature. Yes, and she is Rose, and she is Mrs. Melly here. So we have four characters, and the servant is mixing. Now you can see the servant here in this picture. Here in your book you can see the Giles. So now come, no, hasn't Giles told you anything about him? No. Now doctor is asking to the ladies, hasn't Giles told you anything about him? So do you understand students? Now doctor said, and doctor tried to inquire about the thief and also tried to inquire about the jail. Would you like to see him if I come with you? Now doctor is saying, would you like to see him means would you want or do you want to see him? So him means students that poor creature or that little boy. I would like Rose to come as well. Now the Mrs. Melly is also saying to the doctor, I also need company of my Rose. If she will. So will means if she is interested. Okay. So if Rose is interested, then I can take the Rose with me to the room. The doctor took the ladies upstairs to Giles' room. He pointed towards the bed. There lies the wigged thief, he said. Now, doctor, he said means the doctor said, okay. The doctor said, and doctor pointed out to the bed. There is wigged. So here, wigged means tired, without power, is very weak. The past tense of weak. The two ladies looked to their astonishment. So, astonishment, students, means in strange manner. Strange. Okay. He looked to the poor creature in her strange eyes. They saw a child there, fast asleep. It means they saw that boy was sleeping on the bed. A mere child. So, mere means that had spoken about before. His face was white, so his face was white. His wounded arm lay across his chest, his head rested on his other arm. Now look at this picture. This is the wounded hand that is laying on the chest, and the another arm, this one, and the head. This is the head. Head rested on the another arm, means another hand. You can see. The ladies crept softly to his bed. Miss Rose bent over him with a gentle hand. So, with a gentle hand means with a very slow manner and with kind manners, he bent down over the boy. She brushed his hair from his forehead. Yes, students. So, this is the forehead. Yes. It means he wiped out or he moved out the hair from his forehead. Now, so what is the next forehead? The boy moved and smiled in his sleep as as he felt, okay, as if he felt her kindness. So when Mrs. Rose touched on his forehead, the boy started moving and also the boy smiled in his sleep. What can this mean? Mrs. Melly asked. So who is saying this? Mrs. Melly asked. This poor child is no thief. He is so young, Rose said with tears in her eyes. Now the Rose is saying that poor child, that poor boy is no thief. वो चोर नहीं है. He is so young. It means he is very little boy, and with tear in her eyes. Why Rose is saying with the tears? Because Rose is a kind-hearted woman and kind-hearted person. Let's go into the next room, Dr. Lasman said to the ladies. Now, Dr. Lasman said to the Rosie and Millie, okay, just come to the next room and we'll discuss something about the poor creature. We must wake up him. We mustn't wake him up. So it means we must not. So this is the short form. Must not. Okay. Must not. Must not. Mustn't. Their Miss Rose continued. Their Miss Rose continued means the Miss Rose continued. What she continued? Think how young he is, Perhaps he has never known a mother's care. Perhaps he has never had a home. Poor, poor boy. Oh, auntie, don't let them send this boy to prison. Now, the Mrs. Rose is a kind-hearted person, so she is thinking about the boy, how the boy poor, and also she started thinking about that boy has no house, that or boy has no home, no care, nothing. So she is thinking about the boy, and also she is feeling very worried about the boy. Oh, auntie, now Rose is saying to the Mrs. Smelly. So Mrs. Smelly is a old man, is an auntie. Don't let them send this boy to prison. Now the Rose is saying, don't hand over this young boy to the police. My dear, said the old lady. So the old lady means Mrs. Smelly said to the Roji, do you think that I would harm one hair of his head? I haven't much longer to live. I must help all I can. What can I do to help this boy? Dr. Lusman. Now when Mrs. Roji asked to Melly or Auntie, don't hand over this boy to the police. Now the Melly is replied to the Roji, do you think that I can do this? I know that the boy is very little and I want to help that boy. So that the Mrs. Melly said to the doctor, what can I do for the boys? Okay, so students, this was the story. I think you understood. If any doubt, then come to me and try to understand every word's meaning and also remember every word's feeling. Thank you.